What's going on YouTube? My name is Bancroft. Thank you for tuning in. And today, we got another deck profile, and it's another one I actually really enjoyed as well. Super 17. It was the first deck that I played from this set, and it was mainly just kind of like hey, no one's talked about it in our locals. I'm going to bring it and play it, and I like it. It is one of those decks I feel like, though, it does matter how you do your turns. Energy, everything requires one energy, of course, but just making sure that you don't overexert yourself and then all of a sudden you're open for your opponent's turn. You gotta be careful with that balance. But ultimately, love the deck. But let's get into it. Like always, just buttons, links, check them out. Here we go. So on the front side, there's two different autos. One auto is that when this card is placed in the leader area, it plays the power absorption and release from your deck, which is pretty cool. We'll go over that in a second. Secondary auto is just when this card attacks, you draw one card. This leader does awaken at 5 life, and it helps with the activate main once per turn. You add one card from your life to your hand. Place up to one red android card of energy cost of 1 from your deck to your drop, and then that's it, which is pretty cool. That helps you like turn 1. If you go first, you're going down to 7 life. Then your opponent, they attack you at least once during their first turn. Cool. Then your turn, you take another life. Boom, you're able to awaken turn 2. That simple. And if you go second, you're still awakening turn 2. It just works out differently. Once you've awakened, you now have the auto. When your red Super 17 card attacks, draw one card. So that could be the leader or any other Super 17 in the deck. Two different activates here. One's a main, one's a battle. The mains that you get to place a total of 3 cards from under your red Super 17 cards in their owner's drop. Choose one of your red Super 17 cards, switch it to active mode, then this card gains 10,000 power for the turn. Order of operation here, always swing the battle card first. Then the activate main here, if you have the ability to do it, gives a leader power boost, gets a restand at Super 17, and then you get attack the leader after that, which is pretty cool, making it 25k. The activate battle is you use up to one red android card with a combo cost of 5,000 from your drop, and combo with skills negate for turn. Your turn, your opponent's turn, however you want to work it out, but what this helps turn your engine on without you having to use resources in your hand, which is really great as well. And we're going to go over the Z deck real quick before we go over the main deck. So starting off, we do play 4 of the Z extra card, which is really fun. This is kind of like just having Champa. You know Champa's banned. It kind of has that feeling like whenever you're ready, your opponent knows you have a double strike going there. So one auto, one activate battle. The auto is when this card is placed in the battle area, your red Super 17 leader gets plus 5,000 power for the turn. Potentially, if you have everything worked out right, makes your leader 30k without you having to use any pieces from your hand, which is pretty cool. That is a lie technically because it takes pieces to play this card for free, and I'll get into that later. The activate battle here, limit 1. Place one of your Z energies, the owner's drop. Remove this card from the game. Choose one of your Super 17 cards, and it gains double strike for the battle. It could be your leader, battle cards. There's even a Super 17 that has innate crit, which can make it, I think it's 30k, so it's like 30k double strike crit, which is what I like to go for sometimes. Really fun card. Pretty cool. All right. The rest of the Z deck is kind of just when it comes up opportunities, why not take it? So obviously Hellfighter 17, we'll play 3 of these. It is potentially 1 energy as long as you have 3 or more energy and 2 or more red android cards in your Z deck. Reduce the energy cost of this card in your Z deck by 2, which is pretty cool. Union Absorption, limit 1. If your leader is red Super 17 card, and you place 1 Android 17 card from your Z energy underneath this card, put up to 1 red Super 17 card with energy cost 6 from your hand on top of this card in active mode. Really good. So you get to play this for 1 energy, get to attack with it, and then if you want to immediately afterwards, Union Absorb, play the 6 drop on top of it, which normally I think they're 25k, and then you get to restand it and attack up that card afterwards, which is pretty nice. The last 3 cards are really just tech pieces here and there. Son Goku, non-stop attack. It has the permanent if you have a red battle card with 30,000 power or more in play, reduce energy cost of this card in your Z deck by 2. There are plenty of ways of getting that happening. There's a 7 drop, there's an 8 drop who are very strong in this deck. Potentially a secret rare if you play it that way as well. But activate battle, choose one of your red battle cards with 30,000 power or more, place it in the owner's drop. This card gets 9,000 power and double strike for the battle. If you paid the 1 energy for the 7 drop, you play this card afterwards, and then boom, it's another double strike on the board, which is pretty cool. Son Goku, Accidental Wish, just a unison. If I ever get to a point where I can't make any plays, this is just a cool card to play. It will neg your opponent, one of your opponent's battle cards by 20k for the turn. And yeah, that's cool. And then last, Rush Attack Vegeta. It's just, once again, a last case scenario. If I need it, I need it. It's there if I need it, you know? All right, moving over. Starting off with the field card, Power Absorption and Release. When your red Super 17 card is played, you can place one of your red Android 17 or Hellfighter 17 cards from your combo area underneath your leader. And then secondary auto is whenever your Power Infused Shocking Death Ball leaves the battle area, place up to one of your red Android 17 or Hellfighter 17s from your drop underneath your leader. This card is what makes the leader be able to do the activate main so quickly, just by playing the field card, or sorry, the Z extra card, and then using their effects. You could possibly get 2 cards underneath your leader every turn. Going into the main deck itself now, I'll address the main deck of itself. We play 3 of the promos. They're primarily just meant for searching turn 1. If I see this card turn 1, I'm going to play it. It's my turn 1 play. It for 1 energy, activate main, search top 7 cards of your deck, add up to 2 red Android cards with energy cost of 6 to your hand, shuffle your deck afterwards, which is pretty nice. You can use the Activate Battle. It can give a potential plus 15,000 boost to a Super 17 card. For the 1-drops, we have Android 17, which is on play draws you a card. And then we have Hellfighter 17, which on play will search top 5 cards of your deck, add up to 1 red Android card with energy cost of 6 or less to your hand. They both have an Activate Battle, which is limit 1. If your leader's backside is red, Super 17, and you discard 1 card from your hand, you can use this card and combo it from your drop. This mixed with the leader's Activate Battle skill is just really strong. You're never going to miss an opportunity to play the 6-drops with their unique way of playing them, because these cards have ways of just being put into your combo area, which is really great. For additional Hellfighters and 17s, we play 3 of the Infernal Creation, which when this card is played, draw 1 card. Additionally, you may add up to 1 red Android card from your hand to your Z energy. If you do, you can look top 5 cards of your deck, add up to 1 red Android 17 or Super 17 to your hand, shuffle your deck afterwards. It's really good. And for 1 energy, you can play this card as long as you have 2 or more energy. And then we have the 17 version of it, which when this card's played, choose one of your opponent's battle cards and negate the skills, negate it by 15,000 power for the turn, which is really cool. Can also be played for 1 energy. These cards mainly are just meant for energy or just combo pieces. I don't really play them a lot, but if I do, I tend to try to play Hellfighter because it does search for additional cards to add to my hand. Next, we've got the 7-drop, which is a Hellfighter and Android 17. This card is really good. Absolutely love it. So permanent, if this card can be used in a combo while in rest mode, which is great because of its auto. Its auto is when this card is in the battle area and it's used in the combo, use up to 1 5,000 combo power card from your drop. Combo its skills and get it for the turn. So you could just literally play this for 1 energy, attack, then attack with another card, combo this card off, and when you combo that card off, you could grab another card, put into the combo area. So you're not wasting your leader's ability for comboing there, not wasting a card from your hand. It does it itself, which is nice. Now for the Activate Main, limit 1 for the 1 energy. If your leader's red or an Android card, you get and your opponent has 2 or more energy, you draw 1 card, play this card from your hand. It's just really strong. Like I said, just playing a 20k for 1 energy, getting a draw off it, and then immediately comboing it, and then getting to combo another card. Yeah. Going into the Super 17s, we start with the one I kind of prefer to play most of the time, which is the Absorbing Power. It has the auto, when this card is played, place up to 1 Power Infused Shocking Death Ball from your Z deck into your battle area, then choose one of your opponent's battle cards, and it gets minus 20,000 power for the turn. I just like the idea of just keep my opponent's board clear, so that's why it's my go-to. I do play 2 of the other version, which is Attack Commence, which on play draws you a card, and that's about it. Now, they both can be played with the Activate Battle for 1 red energy if your leader's backside is red Super 17 card and you have 2 or more energy, and you have a 1 or more Android 17 card and 1 or more Hellfighter 17 card in your combo area, play this card from your hand. And then once you play that, obviously you play the ZX card, the field card's being procced, the autos are being procced on the field card. A lot of stuff's happening, which is pretty cool. But that's kind of like my go-to on playing those. Then we played 3 of the 7-drop, which has crit. It is an EX Evolve for 1 red energy. If you have 3 or more energy on a Super 17 with energy cost of 6, and then when this card is played, draw 1 card, switch this card to active mode, Then auto, when this card attacks, choose one of your opponent's battle cards and place it under this card, which is really good for additional board clearance. One of the kind of go-to strategies obviously is play this one deck card, swing of it, evolve into this, draw, restand it, swing of this card, and then immediately take another card to your opponent's board. Going into the 8-drop Super 17, this is mainly your kind of like defensive play 17 if you have the available energy for it. It's a blocker, it's 30k, it's 1 energy by activating battle, place 1 Android card from your Z energy underneath this card. Sorry, on one. For 1 energy, if your opponent has 3 or more energy and you have 1 or more Android 17, Hellfighter, yada 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 in your combo area, draw 1 card, play this card from your hand, and this card gains barrier until the end of your opponent's turn. Activate battle for 1 additional energy, place 1 Android card from your Z energy under this card, draw 1 card, switch this card to active mode, then choose one of your opponent's battle cards, and it gets minus 20,000 power for the turn. It's just really strong. Like if you have 2 open energy, you just play this card. You block 1 attack, activate battle, restand it, block another attack, pop on the restanding part of it. You're negating card by 20k. It's just really good. I like it a lot. And then we also play 3 of the Super 17 rapid attack. What's great with this card is that if you have an Android card in your energy, reducing the combo cost of this card in your hand by 1, so you're not paying the 1 energy to have to combo it all. But this is kind of like I don't play this card a lot, it's mainly just meant for a combo piece. But when I do play it, you place 1 card from your hand underneath this card. When this card is played, draw 2 cards, then choose one of your opponent's unisons and remove 1 marker from it, which is just really cool. It hits the unisons a little bit here and there, but really what you're doing, you're placing a card underneath Super 17 in your battle area. You're drawing 2 more cards. You're seeing more cards you want to see. The activate main / battle is how you play it. For 1 energy, if your leader is red or green Android card, and you have 3 or more energy, and you have a Z card in your leader area, battle area, or your unison area, you play this card from your hand. That's pretty cool. The rest of the deck is mainly just kind of trying to figure out what tech pieces I wanted to go with this deck and how I like running it. So because it's an Android deck and stuff does search for it, we play 2 of the Android 13. It's 1 energy to play this card. When this card is played, you choose one of your opponent's battle cards or unisons, gets minus 15,000 power, which is pretty cool. When this card attacks a battle card, you can switch this card to active mode at the end of your turn. So, it's pretty cool that way. 2 of the Gohans, it's just a counterplay that will negative card by 20k, and its cost is reduced by the amount of cards in your Z energy, and this deck does put cards in your Z energy, which is pretty cool. And yeah, it's double strike blocker. For the secret rare, playing SSB Vegeta, it's just if I get my opponent down to the right amount of life, cool, that's a game. If not, it could potentially be a dual attack triple strike. So hey, super combos are obviously going to be just Raditz because it's just good. 2 testings, getting down to 4 life, just do super combos. And then obviously because it's red, 4 explosive dances, which is probably red's best floodgate. Just play around it if it gets played against you. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, that's my Super 17 deck profile. Let me know in the comments what you guys are playing and your version of it. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks. Bye.